Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Sippin and Selling
with Joey Chanel.
Hi, Michael Fedele.
What's up, Joey?
I'm so excited to meet you in person finally.
It's awesome to meet you in person. Thank you so much for having me, and hello to everybody out there.
Guys, it's Sippin and Selling. I am traveling and interviewing. Like I said, I'm here with Michael Fedele. He is the founder and owner of Throne Sport Coffee. We have been chatting a little bit over email, but never met in person.
Nope.
As I was sharing with him, I feel like I've known him a long time, has my accent.
That's it.
You know, you relate that way. We're in Manhattan Beach at the Beverage Forum, and I'm so excited because you guys have seen me drink this product on my show before. Huge fan. But Michael, you come from the beverage industry already. I honestly feel like we need to start from the beginning where people don't know who you are because you have a lot of street cred in this industry. I personally love your story. I think that most people know you from BodyArmor, but you shared with me that you used to work at Coca-Cola.
Correct.
How did you get there?
Yeah, for sure. So I started my first job in beverage back in 2009. I was a brand manager on the Powerade brand, working on Powerade Zero and March Madness NCAA programming, and I'd gotten promoted to a senior brand manager and shifted brands over to the Vitaminwater brand in 2010, 2011.
Nice.
Worked on that brand for a period of time, launching new SKUs, working on Winter X Games partnerships, different athlete partnerships. And then long story short, met the founder of Vitaminwater at the time, who had just invested in a little startup sports drink in 2012 called BodyArmor.
Nice.
And had an awesome meeting with him for the first time, and was fortunate enough to be asked to join BodyArmor as the director of marketing in 2012. And from 2012 all the way up until 2021, led our marketing efforts as we grew the brand from $1 million in sales in 2011, 2012, all the way up to $1 million, all the way up to
small amount,
up to $1 billion. 1.1 billion in sales,
out of control,
in revenue in 2021 when we sold the company to Coca-Cola. So opportunity of a lifetime. Incredibly grateful to have that opportunity, and looking forward to having some more fun here in the beverage industry.
I love it. Okay, so BodyArmor. For those of you out there that don't know what BodyArmor is, can you give them a little background about the brands?
Yeah, for sure. So BodyArmor was designed to be a better for you sports drink. Long story short, you look at the sports drink category and you got Gatorade from 1965 and Powerade, which came out in the 90s. And the reality is, those formulas are heavy sodium, a lot of artificial ingredients, and no one ever really came out with a better for you hydration product or formula that they had the ability to take mainstream. So that was our mission with BodyArmor sports drink, and 10% coconut water, natural flavors, natural sweeteners. So worked extremely hard to build that brand, literally from scratch with our team there.
Amazing.
And incredibly grateful for the experience, the opportunity, and BodyArmor is literally everywhere now. So thanks to the Coca-Cola company.
Did you ever, because you said that you had connected with Vitaminwater, did you ever meet Hallie Lorber?
I do know Hallie, yes.
You do?
Yeah, shout out to Hallie. I saw Hallie at the Expo West conference in Anaheim just a couple weeks ago. She's awesome.
Oh, no kidding. That's amazing. Small world. So I know her too. She hooked me up with a couple charity events with David Ortiz.
Yes.
And weird full circle. My husband knew her, tried to pitch to her to be a sponsor for his motocross team with Vitaminwater.
There you go. Small
world.
world.
So random, such a small world. But that's what this business is about.
Yep.
I always talk about it, relationships. It's really cool to meet new people, obviously, but then you find out that you connect the dots and you've known each other through a different walk of life or a different industry. And with you, when you started this brand, which we're going to get into, full circle, right? Because you learned you did the marketing for BodyArmor, you said 9 years. What from that world did you take when you were thinking about coming out with Throne Sport Coffee? Because I know the story, but I'd love for you to share with the audience about why you were like, okay, this makes sense. Let's do coffee now, because coffee's been around, right?
For sure.
And you were like, we're gonna package it, we're gonna make it better, we're gonna put electrolytes and vitamins and all these good nutrients. And you came up with that concept while you were meeting with athletes, correct?
Correct. Yeah. I mean, thanks to BodyArmor, I had an amazing network of folks, right? Amateur athletes, professional athletes, and so many different folks that we work with on BodyArmor, right? So post BodyArmor, thinking through kind of what we're going to do next, what I wanted to do next, and I saw a gap and an opportunity, quite simply, right? Every time I was with a professional athlete or somebody that's really on the go nonstop, right?
Right.
Like you or I,
Yeah.
they're drinking iced coffee, right? In some way, shape, or form.
All
right?
day, every day.
All day, every day, right? Cold coffee. And sort of talking to some of the athletes, right? Professional athletes here, and talking to them about kind of specifically why, right? Why are you choosing this product over anything else you could be drinking? They're like, listen, given our schedules, right, we're on the go nonstop, from family time to team meetings to practices to games to travel to games to production sessions to PR, whatever it is.
Right.
And they were drinking iced coffee frequently, almost nonstop, multiple times a day, with not a lot of sugar, not a lot of dairy, not a lot of junk in the product, just to keep going. They wanted that natural caffeine from the coffee. So I thought that was interesting, right? Oftentimes people
Right.
drinking black iced coffee. I drink black iced coffee myself.
You know what they say about people who drink black iced coffee or black hot coffee?
I don't know where this is going, but keep going.
You might want to take it to Google, but some people say you're a little psycho.
Oh, yes, yes, yeah.
But I'm
Absolutely
psycho
maniac.
too because I sleep with my socks on.
Embrace your inner maniac. That's all you can say.
I love
it. You got to do it. But yeah. So long story short, you then start looking at the ready-to-drink coffee category, which is what Throne Sport Coffee plays in, and it's a $6-7 billion category,
Wild.
dominated by what we like to call coffee milkshakes. Right? You've got these glass bottle, frappa, whatever you want to call them. 300 calories and 46 grams of sugar, loaded with artificial ingredients. So
not good.
If any of us are, on a weekend road trip, right, with our family going away for the weekend, and it's Friday afternoon, 3-4 p.m., you stop at the gas station, I just need a jolt of something, right? And the reality is you open that coffee door and it's loaded with these unhealthy, outdated options.
Right.
Why isn't there a better coffee to fuel on-the-go active people
Right.
and athletes? So that really was the foundation for Throne Sport Coffee. So we try not to, really be overly prescriptive in terms of the occasion. It's whatever occasion, no matter your game, right? So while we are sport coffee, it's not just for when you're playing sports,
and
right?
not just for the athletes, for us moms and dads out there that are tired, need a little pick me up. This is what I drink at my afternoon delight, and everybody else. I mean, there's no box to put coffee in, but that's what's so funny about this, because it sounds so simple. And it's like, why didn't anybody do it before? But I feel like that's kind of the same thing you were talking about with BodyArmor, because the Gatorades of the world and everything, nobody thought, let's make it better for you. And that's really been the trend. But you guys started this like 2 years ago.
Just 2 years ago, coming on the 2-year anniversary for the brand. So we launched the brand into market 2 years ago. Currently, as of whatever it is right now, April 27th, we're in
you need to drink more coffee.
Yeah, I do. What day is it today? We're in about 8,000 retail locations. We're chain-wide at Whole Foods with these cold brews.
Love it.
We're chain-wide at Casey's General Store with our lattes. Chain-wide at Quick Trip with a Q with our lattes. And we just opened up Sheets.
What Sheets? I don't know
Sheets is a
Sheets.
convenience store, primarily in Pennsylvania, but stationed. They started in Pennsylvania. They're now in West Virginia and Michigan, and kind of expanded their footprint, but about 800-900 stores from a convenience standpoint there. And then we also just launched GPM Investments, which is another convenience store conglomerate. And I am proud to say, we're going to be talking about this week, we're going to be expanding the brand. We're actually going into 3,000 Kroger locations with our lattes and 4,500 CVS locations with our lattes as well.
Major.
So lots of action coming on, and looking forward to a hot summer.
I love that for you guys. So Throne, I've seen it before at Whole Foods, like you said. It's in the cold box, but it could be merchandised anywhere pretty much, right? But some people are going to ask, what is different about this? We're trying to share, number one, not as much sugar and junk and fillers. We also have the vitamins, and we have a natural caffeine. Let's explain that a little bit, because some people are going to be like, what's the difference between this and a cold brew at my local coffee shop? For
sure. So we are made with premium Arabica coffee from Central and South America. So it is indeed coffee in the product. We're not a coffee-flavored energy drink by any means.
Amazing.
So it's important to call out. The reality is each product...
Wait, so I asked a good question?
You asked a great question. All your questions are great, Joey. Come on.
Come on, Michael.
Yeah, you're doing great.
Thank
so
you.
long story short, we've got a line of lattes, which are these full sleeve cans.
Love them.
And then we've got a line of cold brews, which are these white cans. And both of them have our Coffee Plus formula. So when you talk about our Coffee Plus formula, it's got 150 milligrams of natural caffeine, made with natural flavors, natural sweeteners, only pure cane sugar. We don't put stevia, erythritol, anything else in this product right now.
Amazing.
We have 100% of your daily B vitamins. And our lattes, obviously, because they are lattes in part because they have milk, they're made with ultra-filtered lactose-free milk. So kind of like your Fairlife milk.
Yeah.
So they're great in terms of having the ability to drink it and then work out or go for a run or whatever the case may be. But with that milk, and this is a big kicker, it comes with 10 grams of protein. Right? So we don't add any protein to the product. There's not any powder, any whey added. It's all naturally occurring from the ultra-filtered lactose-free milk. And then just one last note, on our cold brews here, which are lower calorie and lower sugar, there's no milk in those. They're 100% dairy free.
And they're delicious. I can attest. This one's been my favorite lately. I've been doing, this is my mint mocha.
Mint mocha, yeah.
I love this one. I love the French vanilla. I was saying I haven't tried the protein ones yet. I'm going to try them tonight.
Awesome.
Delicious. What are the other flavors that we're missing? There's a lot.
Yeah, so from a latte standpoint, we have French vanilla, salted caramel, mocha java, and then just what we call coffee latte, which is kind of a milk
just
and
like
sugar
the milk
type
and sugar.
flavor,
Okay,
100%.
cool.
And then on the cold brews, again, these white cans, which are available at Whole Foods, we've got mocha, we've got a vanilla, vanilla bean, we've got sea salt caramel, and we've got the mint mocha.
And then we have a traditional?
We have a straight up black. We have a straight up black, yes.
For the psychos.
For sure, yeah.
And the athletes.
and listen, we're also available on Amazon. We're also available on sportcoffee.com.
Amazing.
Walmart.com. So, for us, it's been a great first 2 years kind of getting the foundation laid, right? And for any entrepreneur out there that's watching this, your first product's never the final product, right? You're going to put it in market, get feedback from consumers, feedback from retailers, feedback from distributors. The most important piece of that is feedback from consumers, right? In terms of what's working and how can you optimize and get better. So the formulas that we have right now in market, which again, we're getting awesome feedback on now, they're not the original formulas we launched with, right? So you learn even how we message and talk about the product, not the original approach. So you learn, you get better. For any entrepreneur, I encourage you to try things out, make fast mistakes, course correct, be nimble, and optimize your brand and make it happen.
I love that. And also, I feel like you guys are going to grow in different ways. We're going to get to your partnerships, but I have an interesting question. I think it's interesting.
Sure.
So we're here, we're drinking, we're on the go, we're happy, I'm happy. Great product. Like I said, guys, make sure you're following them on Instagram. Check them out.
At Sport Coffee.
There you go, at Sport Coffee. And my question is, usually people start with like the beans, right? And then they go into maybe a ready to drink or something like that. And like we said, nobody's done it right. Nobody's been putting a better few ingredients in there, something that's going to help you, because there's electrolytes, right?
There are electrolytes. We don't add electrolytes. I don't want to call this a hydrating coffee by any means, because we're not. If you're going to go for a 10-mile run in the desert, please drink your BodyArmor or sports drink accordingly. But there are electrolytes in the product.
Right, which is something unique, something different, something beneficial. However, my question was going to be, we're in all the convenience, we're in the chains, we're online. My question is, are we ever going to think about opening up like a Throne Sport coffee shop?
Listen, sky's the limit in terms of opportunity. Right? One day, you never know what it could be. We have a long innovation pipeline for the brand, right?
Amazing.
There's so many different forms of coffee that are out there, as everyone's privy to, in terms of just the category itself and how it's growing. The reality is, again, from an entrepreneurial standpoint, I want to make sure, at least for the time being, we're focusing on making these successful, because none of those other opportunities are going to be real opportunities, as long as we don't build this foundation with this. But yes, I have a secret slide with tons of different opportunities for 10, 15 years down the road.
I love it.
We'll see what that looks like. And our focus is really building our ready-to-drink coffees. And it's crazy about ready-to-drink coffee too. Like I said before, $6 to $7 billion category, right? And one of the most interesting things that I saw when I was doing my research behind the scenes prior to launching the brand via a Mintel report is literally 1 in 3 consumers that purchases ready-to-drink coffee wants coffee with more than just caffeine and energy in it.
Okay,
right?
that makes sense.
And who's providing that? Nobody is. Like the reality. So they're like, listen, I'm going to drink and get my caffeine or energy in some way, shape, or form. Why not get quote unquote other good stuff as well? And the other piece too, when you think about kind of skate where the puck is going type situation, the reality is that Gen Z drinks more cold coffee than they do hot coffee, period. Like that's real.
I know.
Right? And if you look at the shifts in, coffee shop sales over the last 10, 15 years, I think it mirrors that to some extent. So truly excited and bullish on the future, and really want to drive some good awareness for the brand as we grow it and get this major distribution in summer 2026.
But you know why I asked? Because there's so many fridges and cold box spaces you could win, right? Like in coffee shops. So it's like, how does that work navigation-wise? Do we go to Beans? Are we going to open our own stores? So I got to ask, right? I'm always in the thinking forward, like a true entrepreneur. Don't want to put you in a box. So I was mentioning your partnerships. You touched on meeting, working with different athletes before with BodyArmor.
Correct.
And we share a connection with one of your, I think you said he was an investor, or is he just a brand ambassador who's from Parkland?
Yes, Mr. Anthony Rizzo.
Very cool. So how did you meet him?
Yeah, Anthony's been a great friend and partner. I've known Anthony since 2015. So 11 years
long
now.
Time.
So a long time. So Anthony was playing for the Chicago Cubs at the time in 2015, and I was running marketing for BodyArmor.
Nice.
And we were kind of expanding in the Chicago area market. In fact, I think at the time we had just opened up Kroger, and Jewel Osco was going to be a priority for us. So we wanted a Chicago athlete to join the team. So kind of,
Makes
looking
sense.
at the landscape of athletes and the market and kind of the whole situation, different sports. And at the time, Anthony was, I believe, an all-star player. The team had not done, what they needed to do for literally 100 and some odd years,
I
right?
mean,
The Chicago Cubs had that
it
wild and
ain't New
crazy
York,
career.
right?
Oh, listen, New York since 2009 hasn't been great either. I'm a Yankee fan, so don't hold it against me.
Don't come for us,
No,
okay?
but long story short, we partnered with Anthony. Again, he was the face of the Chicago Cubs at the time in 2015, and then in 2016, the Chicago Cubs won the World Series, which was phenomenal for the
Wow,
brand.
timing.
We had billboards, we had videos, we had newspaper ads. Newspapers were still somewhat popular back then.
You know what they are.
Appearances. But Anthony was a tremendous partner. We just kind of got to know each other pretty well. We sold BodyArmor in 2021. He had shares in the brand, and he and I kept in touch. So when I was starting off with throwing sport coffee, just kind of talking to different friends and folks about what we were doing, and I shared the idea with him. He's like, very similar, like, dude, I drink so much coffee, like nonstop. Like, I've got to get involved. He's like, at BodyArmor, it was great to be an endorser of the product and kind of be more consumer facing, but like, I'd love to learn behind the scenes kind of what you guys have going on and how you make it all happen. So he's been a great partner, friend. He's come to retailer meetings with us. Anthony's come to company meetings. He's just a great partner. We came to a distributor kickoff in New York. We just launched with Big Geyser in New York in early March, and Anthony woke up at, I don't know what time he woke up, but he was there at 7 a.m.
Wow.
In Maspeth, Queens, shaking hands, taking photos, signing cans. So
Aw.
a great partner, a great human. In Parkland, he does a really, really awesome annual walk for cancer. Thousands of people come out for that. And so
me included.
Yeah, Anthony's a really special guy, really good person. Grateful to have him on the team here at Throwing Sport Coffee. And he's actually running both the Chicago Marathon and the New York City Marathon this year.
Jeez.
So
he'll be drinking Throne.
He's going to be drinking a lot of it to get through that. But he's
wild.
He's a great guy, and we'll see him in the next week or so.
Very cool. So he was one of your first partnerships with the brand, but now you're also you're in a partnership with another very well-known athlete, Mr. Patrick Mahomes. What did you say? You have a nice title for him, but I love the story about how you met him. If you guys don't know who he is, I don't think you should be watching my show because if you know anything about me, big football fan. So 3-time, I think, Super Bowl champ.
3-time Super Bowl champ.
Just small stat, not a big deal. But he's your partner, and he has shares in the business as well.
Correct.
Tell the audience everything about that. How did that fall into your lap? Because it didn't fall into his lap. He worked hard for this.
Yeah, I mean, long story short, at the time when I was concepting and working on Throwing Sport Coffee, formulas, packaging, business plan. Patrick and I have a mutual friend by the name of Jordan who works for Adidas, and Jordan manages the Mahomes relationship on behalf of Adidas. So I shared the idea with Jordan, and he's like, "This is pretty cool." I was like, "You might put me in touch with Patrick and Jack Lindahl, who's his marketing manager, and I'd love to just share this with him." I didn't know if Patrick even drank coffee at the time, to be very honest with you. So we hopped on a Zoom, pretty quickly, and started going through kind of the plan and what we were up to. And he's like, "Dude, you got to send me some of this." I'm like, "Okay, that's great. Like, why?" He's like, "I drink coffee."
Were you like, pinch me?
No, I mean, listen, it's. I don't say
You
what
expected it.
Yeah, the reality. I don't know if I expected it, but there was such a tried and true athletes drink so much coffee. I've seen it myself,
right?
And active people in general, like we talked about. So, it's one of those situations where we're incredibly grateful for the partnership, without a doubt. And he's been a tremendous partner. So he's legitimately the lead investor. He's put his own money into the brand, a substantial amount. And he's the number 2 shareholder in the company.
Cool.
And he's the face of the brand from a marketing standpoint. So we have the opportunity not only just to be able to utilize his name as an investor, but more importantly, leverage him from a marketing standpoint with consumers. So we have a production session in a couple weeks with him where we're going to be finalizing, producing a summer campaign that I'm excited about. That'll roll out in about June, July, August, September.
Amazing.
So he's tremendous. He's a good person. Incredibly passionate about our business, and grateful to have him as a partner in the brand.
That's amazing. And do you think that for those of us out there, this may sound like an obvious answer, but I have to ask it. Do you think it moves the needle? Do you think it helps having athletes behind the brand? Do you think it puts you in a box? What do you think about it?
No, I think it's absolutely helpful. There are so many brands that do have celebrities or athletes attached to them in some way, shape, or form. It's all about the execution, right? In terms of strategically, how do you partner with that individual, right? A lot of them are just slapping their name on something and
it's
hey,
not
I'll see
authentic.
you and go from that. And, I'd love for anybody to, if you ever encounter Patrick or hear him talk about the brand or just watch an interview of him talking about our product, he's genuinely passionate about it and believes in what we're doing. And that's the most important thing. His involvement Again, I communicate with him literally, if not weekly, multiple times a week, depending on what's going on.
And
about
this is
state of
on the Zoom
business.
call. He's chugging.
That's it.
Chugging away.
You have to be. You have to be. But long story short, he's been a great partner. He's met with retailers.
Nice.
He does shout outs. He does these production days. He does public relations and interviews on behalf of the brand, talking about his belief. We're here at Beverage Forum, and Patrick will be joining us later this evening.
So exciting.
To meet
Love
with some
that.
folks, which we're excited about. So. Yeah.
So he's a great partner.
He's a great partner. And then the reality, I guess, at least for us here today, here at Beverage Forum, right, we're in Manhattan Beach, California at this conference. Patrick's flying in tonight. He had OTAs this morning. He's on a plane literally right now, texted me a short time ago.
Wow.
He'll be here probably in the next 90 minutes or so. And he's meeting with a bunch of major retailers tonight. We're doing a cool Q&A session. And, he'll be front and center talking about his belief in the brand. But again, that's a great partnership. And like I said before, super grateful to have him on the team and to be part of this.
So what's next for Throne Sport Coffee? Are you looking to continue to add athletes to the portfolio, or are you trying to get different types of partnerships outside of athletes?
Yeah, I think it's beyond athletes, right? So beyond Patrick, we do have a handful of different athletes that are involved in the brand. Brianna Stewart, WNBA legend, is a partner and investor. Alex Bregman on the Chicago Cubs, third baseman, all-star, is a partner investor. Beyond them, it's really about fitness, right? Yes, the product name is Sport Coffee, and when somebody sees that, you don't necessarily have to be playing football or baseball to consume the product. It's about no matter your game, whatever that is. So absolutely, to your point, it is a pre-gym workout type product. It is, I'm going to go for a run type of product. It's, I'm wearing sneakers, as are you right now. We didn't just go for a run just now. It's the aspirational element of sport, right? So that's what we're really bringing to life with Throne Sport Coffee. And when people see the brand name and the trademark, they're like, Sport Coffee, all right?
And
that's
the packaging.
That's a coffee that does more. Got it, right? And then they're interested and want to learn more about what that more might be. So long story short, we have a bunch of fitness partnerships that we're going to be entering into pretty soon. Right now, we have a partnership with Lifetime Fitness, so we do marketing and sampling in their gyms. We're sold in all 105 of their Life Cafes. We have a marketing partnership with Endorphins Run Club, so all summer long and into the fall, we'll be at every single one of the Endorphins races, sampling the product, driving to retail. And then we also have a partnership with Champs Run Club. And then there's some other fitness partnerships, male and female, that we're going to be announcing hopefully over the next couple of weeks and months.
Exciting. Or maybe you can announce here and I'll just save it.
That's
if you
it.
like
That's
me
it.
that
We'll blast
much.
it out. That's it. And we can boost the video on Instagram.
See,
Listen,
this is a partnership.
Like
it's a team. It's a team. I love it. That's so funny. Okay, so 2027, what's on the horizon? You have this book, this secret. It's like, the code, the black book. You're not going to give me anything. I gave you an idea. Tell me something. What's just like a little bubble out there? It doesn't mean it's going to happen. It doesn't mean it's really what your investors are going to like. But what's your pipe dream?
For 2027, for me and for us, it's honestly, and we want to win over the hearts and minds with consumers and for the future of this business moving forward. The reality is we're setting ourselves up for continued growth, right? Part of it, it's great to get on the shelves, right? Kroger, CVS, Casey's, Whole Foods, but you need to turn, right? You need to make sure you're selling and drive velocity. So we brought some really talented people on the team internally, which I'm excited about. We've got a new chief sales officer, Jason Deblitz, who I worked with on the senior management team at BodyArmor, who's on the team. Julia Perez, our new chief marketing officer, who you just met, who walked by. She came over from Owen Protein. Melissa Siegel, who's our senior director of corporate development. We just got a great team of people, a great team of humans that we're assembling. And what I'm looking forward to, as much as anything else, is really seeing our team gel and come together and allowing them all to do what they're great at, right? And that's super exciting for me. Again, at BodyArmor, I was the head of marketing there and oversaw the marketing efforts here. So much, I think, of the day-to-day that I'm enjoying is kind of all the other stuff. Not that I'm sick of marketing, not that I'm not involved in the marketing, but it is the operations, it is the sales, it's the finance, like having the ability to be part of that. And again, I was a fly on the wall for every single one of the conversations as it pertained to the building of BodyArmor.
Right.
From 2012 to 2021, our chairman gave me the opportunity to be at the table for that.
And be a sponge.
100%. Yeah. So trying to take everything that I and we experience and we're part of and bring that to life here.
I love that. That's amazing. And I think it's really important to know how to delegate as well, right?
Yep.
Like when you're a founder, it's hard. I'm the same way. I just feel like maybe with your family too, maybe you're like that, or maybe your wife's like that or whatever. But like with me, I'm always very much in control. And you can't be all the time, right? You need to designate. You got to allocate certain things that make sense and give yourself a little rest so that you can actually enjoy the fruits of your labor too, right?
You can, but you have to also remember that you and I drink black coffee, so we're maniacs, and you have to do it. It's a balance, right? It's like anything else, and I'm grateful to have the opportunity to be able to do this, and that's not lost upon me, and want to maximize everything that we do, and also have the ability to do it the right way and with good people, and that's key to me. Very much enjoying kind of what we're doing, how we're doing it, and looking forward to making a splash here with the folks at Beverage Forum.
I love it. Well, thank you, Michael Fedele, for being on Sippin and Selling. I appreciate you.
It's great. I want to thank you for this hat, guys. This is my new hat. It's fresh. I'm gonna rock it all summer long.
Don't ruin your hair.
It's great. I'm not gonna put it on now yet because I gotta go on the stage in a little bit. But I'll be rocking it while we're out here.
I appreciate you, and thank you for the coffee. I'm going to be drinking it for the rest of my trip.
That's it. Yeah. Throwing Sport Coffee. Please follow us on Instagram at Sport Coffee and on LinkedIn, by the way. Big new. Everyone's pushing the LinkedIn's now.
I love LinkedIn. That's
there's a lot to love. There's a lot of action
people
there.
sleep on LinkedIn. I don't know why.
LinkedIn is great, especially when you're telling the story about how you're building the business.
Yeah.
I think
people
it's
like
great
to keep in touch. It's like like a yearbook.
I agree. It's tremendous, and you can find Throwing Sport Coffee at Whole Foods, Casey's, Quick Trip. We're also at Hy-Vee.
Yeah, I wanted to talk about Hy-Vee.
Yeah, Hy-Vee's awesome. We love Hy-Vee.
What's that partnership about?
Hy-Vee's great. So Patrick was working with Hy-Vee from a marketing standpoint when we launched the brand 2 years ago. Mm-hmm. They have a great cluster of stores kind of in the Midwest Plains area around Kansas City. So we met with them when we were launching the brand, and they were extremely passionate about the brand. So they've been awesome in terms of building the brand, getting us on shelves.
I told you that was the perfect fit in my opinion, and you were like, we're already in there. I was like, oh, great.
No, Hy-Vee's been tremendous. So shout out to all of our friends at Hy-Vee. We appreciate all the support. And yeah, it's those retailers, and then literally over the next 6 to 8 weeks, right? Probably by the end of May, you'll find us in most all CVS locations nationwide, 4,500, and then National and Kroger, which it's not just Kroger banners, right? It's Ralph's, it's Fry's, it's Fred Meyer, it's Smith's, it's Mariano's, it's
again, just a small amount of locations, no biggie.
Now we're excited, but again, the importance for us is getting on the shelf, step one, and then we got to make sure we're driving velocity, right? So it's a lot of marketing with Patrick and our fitness partners and Breonna Stewart and Alex Bregman, and creating that awareness for the brand. You'll see us popping up in a lot of different marketing videos and social media content things over the next couple months. So again, it's going to be a big, quote unquote, hot summer for Throwing Sport Coffee.
I love that.
Excited to go big.
I have 2 more questions that I forgot. One is arenas.
Yes.
How, when, why? I mean, Patrick, even Anthony, he's retired right now, but your athletes to come. They need thrown. Yep. How are we doing this? What's the story? Is it really hard? I don't know how arenas work.
It's not. So our product, what's really unique about our product is it is NSF certified for sport. So we got that designation, this logo.
Oh, this is my fun fact of the day.
Boom, NSF certified for sport. So
what does that mean?
We go through additional testing with the product when we produce it to ensure that any nutritionist, trainer, or professional athlete has the comfort level that our product is safe.
Wow.
When you have better for you ingredients like B vitamins and protein, things of that nature, the nutritionists and trainers in these pro environments, baseball, football, basketball, tennis, et cetera, they're concerned with what their athletes are putting into their bodies. Right. So they see that stamp of approval on there.
Okay,
and
that's
they know
major.
So Patrick will, you ask him, he'll talk to you about, how we have product all throughout the Chiefs facility.
Okay,
including he has a cooler in his quarterback room that,
that's cool.
They've got a rule if someone replaces it, you got to put it back. He could tell you about that one day. But right now, baseball season obviously just kicked off 5-6 weeks ago. And we've got literally half of the major league teams have the product in their clubhouse. They're drinking it, consuming it. So if you see it pop up in a post-game interview, if you see it in the dugout, it's by design, right?
Amazing.
It's really making sure that we're getting the product out there.
I love that, but I'm thinking for consumers. When we come, are we going to be able to be sold there, or it doesn't work like that?
I think you just want to get an espresso martini at the game. I think that's what it comes down to.
Don't all of us girls?
That's it. I think all in due time, right?
Okay.
It's focusing on for us at least, what are the priority influencer accounts, right? The Whole Foods accounts and TBD down the road, the Gelsons, the Sprouts, et cetera. Bristol Farms, you name it. But then also what are the volume driving accounts too, right? Where you build the business and the brand. So it's a combination. I think there's great opportunity for us to get the product in there where it makes sense. And for us, I expect and I hope to see Throwing Sport Coffee everywhere over the next couple of years.
From your lips to my listeners' ears, make sure you're checking them out. You're following them on Instagram. You're ordering the product because it is delicious. I endorse it fully. I love this product. Drink it all the time. Thank you again, Michael Fedele.
Thank you, Joey. Appreciate the opportunity.
You.
Take care, guys.
Bye.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Sipping and Selling
with Joey Chanel.